Hey, so I happen to have some time on my hands, and I was watching an interview yesterday, an interview done by Hussein Mohammed. Don't worry about the light and everything. I'm just going to shoot this as raw as I can. I don't have time to edit and all that stuff. I was watching an interview yesterday by Hussein Mohammed, and he told the cabinet secretary in charge of devolution, and asked him that, is it going to be the same thing? Take a look.
Going to be a similar story?
No, definitely not.
We've had you here in 2017, we had you here in 2018, we have you here now, again, about drought mitigation. All the questions for Honorable Wamala, text us on 2422, on Twitter is the hashtag Newsnight. We talk to him later on Newsnight.
So then I got a little curious, and I decided to take it back to what happens. My curiosity was also further raised by the fact that the Meteorological Department is categorical and said that, hey, we told these guys in advance, and we sit in meetings where we share this information with them. And so this is what the Meteorological Department had to say.
The information they gather and how they respond to it.
Do you want that?
We participate in all these meetings, and actually we give this information consistently to all arms of government, including the Ministry of Agriculture, NDMA. We are in touch with them, and we share this information across all the government sectors. I think that's the...
So the Meteorological Department said this. Now I went back now to check, and on the 24th of April 2018, all right, which is about what, 10 months ago, give or take, this is what the CS Wamalwa had to say, already planning for the drought and confirming that indeed there are experts who inform them about these things.
We just want to tell Kenyans that the ongoing rains that have created the floods had been already predicted by our experts. The Meteorological Department had warned us there will be heavy rains, particularly in Western Kenya, parts of Rift Valley, and even areas that were not getting rains before. So it is something that is expected, and we expect that after these long rains, again, there will be drought.
So there you have it. That's what you saw that. He confirmed it. So they received this information, right? Now, let's go back, because Hussein also mentioned that they went back to 2017. Let's go back to 2017, right? In 2017, he said that there were some monies that had been released. And again, this is not an attack at the CS. I'm just trying to lay the facts based on the interview yesterday and to show you guys that we've been here before. Let's take a look at 2017, which was 17th, I think, of January.
We are completing the first phase, which was about 5 billion towards this. But the situation haven't gotten more severe now. We are looking at the next phase where we set aside 9 billion. That is now from February going towards April and May, when we actually expect the next rains to come.
Right.
But after that, we still are providing for a situation that might arise again if the rains don't perform well beyond May. And we'll set aside over 7 billion for this. So
that in total is 7 plus 9 billion, that is 16 billion plus 5. We're talking about 21
billion towards this. I think it's I was very pleased when we had a meeting with...
So all the money has been there, the planning has been done. My question then is this: why are we here again? Why were we there in 2017? Why were we there in 2018? And why in 2019 are we still here in a situation where people are still asking whether, debating on deaths as if they're just numbers? Now, this is, I've just laid down like a situation for you guys to assess, and for Kenyans to assess what exactly is happening, and if the government is really serious, if the countries are really serious about fighting this thing about drought. It is no longer breaking news that there's going to be drought. I can tell you, in 2020, there's going to be drought. Pendulum swing, they call it.
There will be a pendulum swing from floods straight to drought, from drought to floods. This is what the experts have told us. But as government, we have made plans to try and ensure we focus our resources towards water harvesting and storage.
There is going to be drought in 2020. So are we going to be here again in 2020? Are we going to start contributing again in 2020? So I'm going to say this. Let's not be enablers. Let's not enable government, enable counties to be lazy and not to work. There are disaster management units that have been set up, authorities that's been set up that warn. And so if we continue to become silent and fall into contribution and fall into just tweeting and then nothing happens, then we're going to be here again. So I want you guys to think long and hard about this country, past the trends, to the people who are actually dying. Think long and hard about them. And then think about the next big question. What am I going to do to hold my government, to hold my county, and to hold myself responsible? Think about that.